Just putting this out there, but people who watched last week's episode on YouTube almost got an entirely different episode of the PeterPod Network. One where I was dressed up in a sheet, and only a sheet, while laying across a bright orange couch holding a canned ham. Yeah, we don't drink at writers' meetings anymore now. Hello, and welcome to a show that says things like, hey, you got something on your chin? No, the fourth one. Here on the PeterPod Network! Season 2!
Because your theory is we're going to go down there and have a donkey barbecue and I'm going to furnish the ass, right? You are not. You don't know where that's been.
Hello and welcome back, and a happy belated Mother's Day as we kick off Season 2, Episode 13 of the PeterPod Network. Just before the show started, Will in the back informed me that this is, in fact, our 52nd episode of the PeterPod Network. In a full year. Shit. Funny how time flies when you're being giant assholes. And man, we were amazingly giant assholes this year. So let's get this show started the way we know how. I am PeterPod, he's Will in the back, and our mascot, Melissa Cody, a.k.a. the Butt Slut, has fallen on hard times. Reports are that her family dinner's not consist of sitting on the floor and opening her legs and having the kids catch all the crabs. Well, at least there's family time. That's right, the PeterPod Network has returned just to see who else we can piss off. We get a live show for you this week as we talk about things like Robert De Niro's just announced his seventh child at the age of 79. I'm pretty sure that means we can change his title from actor to orphan maker because both father and child are showing up to that first day wearing diapers. He's fucking lucky if he lives past that. Tucker Carlson has a new show on Twitter. Now that his new boss is Elon Musk, you know two things. One, that motherfucker's about to do a hell of a sequel on the Twitter files. And two, Don Lemon is fucking pissed. Title 42 has officially expired as well, and everyone is waiting for the American border cops to just give up and go home. And also, Rep. George Santos back in the news. He indicted on 13 or so charges. That'll keep us entertained for at least another year. Fuck George Santos. But hey, yay entertainment. And if you'd like to send in a butt slut joke of your own, maybe have it read on the air like Darian and Derry did, send your email to thepeterpodnetwork@gmail.com. And if we don't read it on the show, you know it really fucking sucked. Because we do not try hard. Let us know what you liked and what you didn't. We'll be sure to let you know where you can stick it. Not actually joking about that, by the way. We really are giant assholes. Not quite on the level of the butt slut, but I mean, you could drive an aircraft carrier through that shithole. No, what we mean is we are giant fucking dicks and really proud of it. So make sure to include the THE when you write into the PeterPodNetwork@gmail.com. And if you can, wear a cup. Since we're on the emails, last week we had our first show with video, and damn, our email blew up. We haven't been able to respond to all the listeners who wrote in, so we figured we'd send out a few answers right now. To begin with, Jessica. Yes, it is lovely hair. Yes, it is all mine. I ain't that old yet, you uppity bitch. You put in your email you wanted to touch my hair like 4 fucking times, and I gotta tell you, that is fucking creepy. And could end you up on a watch list somewhere. Next was Jay, who also gave us last week's butt joke, so thank you again, Jay. And I do want to say, yep, that was a big yes. Those were some shitty fucking curtains that we hung up, and they were just cloth sheets. We are waiting on a delivery of a drop curtain that isn't quite so shitty, but hopefully this week you can see we came up with some kind of remedy. And, well, hang out so you can see Will in the back, because he may show up later just to fix them, because they keep fucking falling. Now it's really just there so you don't see the cluttered shelves and certain 3-foot-tall statue of a hobbit that Will in the back keeps in the studio. We would get rid of it, but his name's Steve, and we like to make Steve tell some dirty fucking jokes, and we drink too much. And I'm telling you, Steve is the funniest fuck in the room after you've had a few. Next we have Mandy. Mandy, we would... Well, sorry about that. We would love to smoke with you and your dad. You had us with the words Mario Kart tournament, and mostly because someone obviously listened to season 1. Last one I'll answer is, and actually it looks like we got a couple emails asking, am I reading a script? And to answer that, kinda. It's more of a starting point where I kind of get to play with whatever I find out I want to. I generally don't look at the camera anyways because there's always something going on my screen. And with my ADD, that's like waving a hooker and an alibi in front of a politician. I'm going to check that shit out every time. There are a few more emails, and for some reason people really wanted to talk about my hair. And I guess I'll just say it's hair. Granted, some hair is nicer than others. Like, sure, I'm pretty sure my hair is probably better than, say, the hair that grows on Queen Elizabeth's corpse taint, right? That little in-between area. Yeah, but other than that, those emails, they were just kind of fucking weird, so let's knock that off. Anyways, we go through it all. We would end up being here for a while, so luckily I spared you what I could, so you're welcome. Remember to hit the subscribe button on whatever platform you are hearing us on, and make sure to give us a follow at PeterPod Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, Samsung Podcasts, and pretty much wherever podcasts can be found. And I'll be honest, even I don't know all the places that we're published to every week. So if you see a search bar, type in PeterPod Network, see what happens. Except Apple. We won't deal with them until after the paternity test. And if you want to find out the home of all things PeterPod Network, then simply go to PeterPodNetwork.com to see the archives with all the episodes, the songs, the bits, and everything else that makes the PeterPod Network New Hampshire's favorite shitty little show. So I think those of you who have listened to an episode or two of the PeterPod Network know what we do next. Let's get right into it with King of the Jackals. Well, I guess you know we're about to piss somebody off. That's right, King of the Jackals is back with a whole new ass bag that we'd like to shit on. Once again, we get to piss off the ladies. So let's start the ball rolling with this week's Queen of the Jackals, Vivian Alexandra Gomez of Florida, who's currently facing charges for performing a backroom butt lift on a Kim Kardashian lookalike OnlyFans girl, who later died of cardiac arrest in California. First, nothing about this isn't fucked up. I know we're supposed to drag the shit out of the ass doctor, who wasn't actually a doctor, but was trying to save the world one ass at a time, so gotta give her that. But this is no way in hell that we aren't going to, discuss the fact that, fuck, girls, women, if this is what you turned into, some trick to be bought on OnlyFans, please don't complain why you can't find good men. Good men don't want that. The fact that everyone is talking about the ass doctor and no one is talking about how it's not absolutely silly as shit that this moron is copying someone who's claim to fame is being the chick who fucked Ray J on camera, just so she could get naked on the internet for more money, and what I'm sure was the best examples of humanity. I mean, after all, it is what they say. Only the classiest of people pay to watch a celebrity wannabe shove a golf trophy up every hole. And then she died from injecting whatever a black market poobah wanted to inject into her ass. The fuck is everyone focusing on the not quite a doctor? Sure, what the not a doctor did was illegal as shit. What her patient did was dumb as fuck. I mean, come on now. I've stopped trying to figure out in this day and age what makes someone want to lure married men and women and lonely, desperate people into their shit and try to drain their wallets. See that as a career option? Well, OnlyFans sounds more like those guys in India who try to scam people out of their social security checks. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, you may be making fucking bank, but so do crack dealers, and I don't want my kids to be them or their victims either. And speaking of kids, I hope you're ready for the day that kids at school start telling your kid, at least my mom's not on OnlyFans. And how you explain why you can't participate in career day at your kid's school is going to be fucking hilarious. That is about the only thing on your OnlyFans page I would ever pay to see. Well, beyond being sort of skeezy, kinda Kim Kardashian chose to look like one of the only celebrities out there who looks deformed. Seriously, hit your Google boxes and search for an unedited Kim Kardashian at the beach photos. Those legs look like cottage cheese on fried chicken, and her ass looks like it's allergic to something. Nothing could be that swollen without something horribly wrong or pregnant going on, and I don't want to see what kind of fucking phantasm that ass could give birth to. Fuck that. And again, we don't want to shy away from this week's winner, the Queen of the Jackals. It takes a special kind of extra chromosomal-based thinking to think that the doctor's office that has no doctors was the place to be when you want something shot into your ass. I'm not saying she earned this, but, I don't know, play stupid games. So back to Dr. Assbender, Vivian Alexandra Gomez, the actual winner of this week's award. It's hard to give her shit because she is obviously removing the dumbest of the species. And the more I walk around Walmart, the more and more I see the need. But to be the equivalent to a Mexican pharmacy and practicing medicine without a license, and more importantly, taking away a spank bank for a lot of guys, we really had no choice but to name you the winner this week. And for not quite a Dr. Gomez, we have to ask, how the fuck do you find these people? Is there really a market for sketchy insta-whores who need whatever you can find around the office shot into their asses? How the fuck does one of these retards not know that you didn't just grab a bottle of Windex and shoot that shit straight in their shitting cushions? The reason people choose an actual doctor isn't so much because you want it done right, it's so you can sue the motherfucker when they fill a syringe with liquid paper and now you have to explain why you have a permanent white cum stain on your ass. So, just putting this out there, to the parents of the deceased, we are truly sorry for your loss. Your kid was a fucking idiot. It sucks for them. I mean, really, they raised someone to be so fucking dumb that they let a random person inject their ass with whatever they decided to choose. That must have been a fucked up funeral service. Please accept our condolences. Your kid was a fucking retard. Imagine having to explain that one to the priest who gives the service, and when he asks how she died, oh yes, Father, she was a professional whore who died from having shit shot into her ass. That must have gone over well. We want to bag on the fake doctor so bad, I promise. And she still is the winner of this week's Queen of the Jackals, but fuck. You have to be a complete idiot for this to be the reason for your death. I really hope no one is thinking about suing over this. The fuck are you going to say in court? She wanted to look more like the world's biggest whore, and the stranger used her desire to want to be a complete piece of shit? I know we use the word mental midget a lot on the show, but holy fuck, I think we found one of the absolute dumbest ways to die in the history of this program. And seriously, girls, this is who you want to be? A desperate, fucked up wannabe, so deluded that you think an extra $4 is worth proving to the world that you really are the stupid fucking piece of shit whore that they all already think you are. I mean, good luck with that. OnlyFans may be for entrepreneurs, but it's also apparently for fuckheads. And with that said, because you brought the stupidity to light and proved that there are more retarded folks than we originally thought, Vivian Alexandra Gomez, you are King of the Jackholes. Well, I guess you know we're about to piss somebody off. Stay tuned for the rant right after this. Hello, everybody. My name's Jeff McConaughey, and I want to talk to you about Drunken Advantage malt liquor. The only malt liquor you need to get that bitch to shut the fuck up. Here at Drunken Advantage Malt Liquor, we pride ourselves in not only brewing the finest toilet-based malt liquor, but also creating for you that signature aroma that was once used in Texas gas chambers. Do you wish for a simpler time when the internet was only used for free porn? When a man could punch another man just for being not a man? Well, my friends, what you need is the Drunken Advantage. The same Drunken Advantage lets you tell the cops exactly what you think of them while puking on their shoes. The same Drunken Advantage lets you know that this night will most likely end with a devastating shot from a taser gun. That same Drunken Advantage that tells the world you are more than ready to die to fight over a bowl of pretzels. Brewed to our low standards to keep the cost low for you, our customers, and sold out of the bathroom without a lock on the door at your local gas station. Drunken Advantage Malt Liquor is dedicated to bringing you only the best in turpentine and kerosene-based adult beverages that are sure to make any party a problem for the cops. You see, just because the judge says no, or because your cousin said yes, or just because you want to remember what you did last night when you wake up tomorrow morning, what you need is the Drunken Advantage. Drunken Advantage Malt Liquor. Because life is sometimes funnier when it makes no sense. Drunken Advantage Malt Liquor is not responsible for any altercations with the police related to the fucked up shit you did while drinking Drunken Advantage Malt Liquor. Fuck you, Jethro. You're paying for your own lawyer. What are the words to the song? I don't know, but I'll carry on. Because I've got something to say. And here comes the rant of the week. Hey everybody, welcome back to the rant for episode 13. This is a place where we bitch like old men about the shit that's pissing us off now. I probably should warn you too, we had a bit of a smoke break during the commercial, so don't mind me. Anyways, we spent a long night falling down a deep YouTube hole, and while we were there, we came across the Island Boys. And, well, now you know what we're going to be talking about, because I can't tell what's worse. The fact these two retards exist, and the fact that you morons gave them so much money. And don't try to blame somebody else. Sure as fuck wasn't the ARP crowd that put these idiots up in a goddamn mansion. Now, this one's on you, and it comes off as a serious cry for help that the people on the internet will donate to fucking anything. And if it ain't, well, then Robin Williams never ordered a rope and a stool, you know what I mean? I also like to think he was humming Never Had a Friend Like Me, but that's me. After taking a long night wandering around YouTube and Facebook and a little bit of Twitter, shit you people make popular is fucking mind-blowing. How the fuck is industrial ice cream making a thing? And how the fuck did you bring back after-school specials? I thought we got rid of those. I mean, sure, now they're in nice, tight little 3-minute packets, but just saying, Janet, and I address you because you seem to be in every single fucking video, nobody gives a shit if the high society lady needs to make the janitor feel better. Back when I was in high school and you used to run that shit on TV, everybody was too busy in the woods getting fucking stoned with their friends and making fun of the queer kid. I gotta ask, and I'm not trying to be a dick here, but who the fuck is filling social media with clips from Full House and Everybody Loves Raymond? The shit was good in the decade it was in, but that shit had a time and a place, and it's called Nick at Night when jerking off can't put me back to sleep. You go from watching a guy turn someone's face into a hamburger on a fucking UFC fight with Facebook Watch, right into Danny Tanner giving Michelle a speech on the benefits of sharing. And I'm sorry, but unless he's sharing how to put that annoying as fuck Kimmy Gibbler in her crossface. Lost with that Ben, by the way. Just picture fucking Uncle Jesse's just smacking the shit out of fucking DJ's fat little fucking face. It'd be the first house in history with goddamn 3 women in it in absolute silence. Anyways, back to my point. You people really do make the dumbest fucking things popular. Never mind all the fucked up TikTok challenges. And I would have hoped the lady who had surgery on her pussy because of the Mentos challenge Might have been a learning experience for you, but apparently skin grafts on your labia is not enough of a wake-up call, then now we have the knockout game for pets, where you inbred turd breeders punch people's animals. Well, I dare one of you mongoloids take a swing at a Rottweiler. I'm sure you'll punch a cat or a pocket dog, but what we really want to see is what happens when you get that done with a pit bull. And I mean it, I dare you. And after that dog has rightfully fucked you up, you can tell us how awesome it was while the doctors put your throat back together, you fucking retards. A lot of good has come from the internet, I'm not going to deny that. Be as dumb as the guy who eats shit out of a dumpster, which is another video you people watched over 1 million times, by the way. I mean, we all get that 90% of the internet is either free porn or nonsensical shit humanity has to offer, which is including this program. But you made David After Dentist more popular than the announcement that Obama did that we finally killed bin Laden. We are literally the only generation in history that decided cat videos needed to be on TV. There really is such a thing as common sense. We lost it a long time ago. We went from being the planet dedicated to nuclear disarmament and hands across America to the people who watched a bottle flipping video over 1 billion times. And I mean billion with a capital B. That's how fucked up we are. 1 billion fucking views. Maybe we all need to go outside more and maybe get laid. So I guess what we're trying to get at with this week's rant is someday every social media platform is going to follow Facebook and have a memories page. And I gotta tell you folks, we're gonna feel dumb as shit pretty fucking fast when we see the kind of retardation that we were watching. Our kids are gonna make fun of us and we're gonna have to accept it because we are the only generation of planet Earth that decided we'd rather spend an hour watching somebody open up packs of Pokemon cards than spend 20 minutes learning how to change the oil in our own fucking vehicles. And this is why I don't do this shit stone normally. Coming to you live from the PeterPod News Station's world-famous Stage 5. Join our host in discovering what makes you tick, New Hampshire. Is your neighbor secretly running a Taiwanese brothel out of his basement? Are they open when I get off work tonight? Do we know if they accept checks? Can someone call my wife and let her know I'll be late? This is the PPN News. Hello and welcome to the PPN News, New Hampshire's only source for blunt and offensive news. First up tonight, we weren't sure it was possible, but OnlyFans just got a little bit creepier as the Stratford County courts are now dealing with a man who just last fall was found in the attic of an OnlyFans girl in Somersworth, New Hampshire, taking pictures and most likely jacking off so much that he put a new coat of whitewash all over those attic walls. Mauricio Guerrero from Pennsylvania was arrested February 9th of last year on 5 counts of burglary, 2 counts of evasion of privacy, after OnlyFans whore called police because she heard someone on her roof. Police described the scene after they found Guerrero hiding in the attic at that location and are speculating that he's been up there for a bit. Most people seem to agree, though. What the fuck did you expect to happen? The victim in this case has already admitted that she was fucking with Guerrero's head in order to get more cash out of the desperate future stalker, and was sending him drunken messages stating that she loved him and even slept with him at one point. We aren't saying stalking's a good thing, but neither is being a piece of shit OnlyFans asshat who's more than happy to destroy families and prey on the most desperate people on the planet, which is pretty much everybody on OnlyFans. The internet community has been active on this case as well, as support is growing for Guerrero to get therapy he obviously needs, and for the OnlyFans girl in question to have her pussy sewn shut until she can learn how to use it responsibly. Next night, the winners of the 2023 Manchester, New Hampshire Taco Tour that occurred on Elm Street a week or so ago has been announced. It appears the Firefly American Bistro has won for the second time with the Chewbacca Chicken and Cheese Taco. Walking street tacos and spicy chicken whatevers were all the rage as thousands of participants and over 90 vendors shut down Elm Street and pissed off the rest of the city who had places to be in what is being described as the country's largest taco tour. The winner this year takes home a $1,000 prize and the knowledge that they helped to destroy the Manchester public sewer system just a little bit more. Second and third place winners were announced, but won't be right here on this program because, well, everybody who didn't win first place should feel like the losers they are. It's time we all learn. Second place is just the prettiest participation trophy. All in all, though, the event is being considered a success as weather and community seem to hold on long enough for the taco tour to occur without incident, with small exception being the guy who went into the porta potty, and we do mean into it, to retrieve a cell phone he dropped while releasing the tacos he ate back into the wild. He was taking a shit. There, I said it. And lastly tonight in the PPN News, get out that Darth Vader bong you've been hiding in your closet, because Governor Chris Sununu just announced the most popular flip-flop by a politician. He announced that his office is offering a path forward to legalize marijuana recreationally, and it could happen during this legislative session. In an effort to keep things under control, a narrow plan for state-controlled distribution is being put forth. And get this, one of the ideas is that they don't throw a tax on it, so the price would be more attractive than the smoky you're getting on the street, which we're sure the cartel folks who smuggle the street weed in are going to love. I mean, they've always been reasonable people, right? They've never attacked communities for fucking with the drug trade that we can remember. But fear not, as the governor has suggested that New Hampshire's possible weed distribution should be handled the same way New Hampshire has its own liquor stores, which basically means that instead of getting shit-faced and immediately hitting the highway, New Hampshire residents would be able to get stoned off their asses and then immediately hit the highway. Local police in New Hampshire were at first against the new measure, but once it was explained that, sure, accidents will go up, but every accident you attend, well, it'll smell like patchouli and chances are somebody will have snacks. Hello, friends. My name is Jeff McConaughey, and I'm here to tell you all about that Drunken Advantage malt liquor. The only alley-made malt liquor that's stronger than those pussies who make moonshine. Why, in fact, lab testing has shown the Drunken Advantage malt liquor is everything you need to start the day off right. And if you don't feel like working anymore, just say you're blind. Once you show them you love that car fluid flavored Drunken Advantage malt liquor, everyone will be showering you in sympathy. Here at Drunken Advantage Malt Liquor, we spend a full 20 to 22 minutes perfecting that toilet quality brew that you know and love. In fact, last week alone, we added 3 more dead cats to our mash to bring out those familiar qualities that remind you of Grandma's cooking. And Dad's pure hate for Mexicans. So the next time the man comes down on you for something fucking stupid, like trying to run down your brother with your truck after you catch him trying to fuck your favorite mule, or when the newsman says it won't rain, but it does. And now you have to wait to dig that mouthy bitch a shallow grave. Or when Nickelback makes a new album. What you need is the Drunken Advantage. That same Drunken Advantage led to such things as the beer koozie, or the foam dome, or, and this one's our favorite, an insanity defense against domestic violence charges. Drunken Advantage malt liquor promises to keep up our goal of innovation and standards. Why, just last week when we added the extra cats, we also threw in half a possum that we wrestled away from the dogs. And we do that just for you. Drunken Advantage malt liquor. Because the Jimmy Kimmel Show ain't getting any better on its own. Drunken Advantage malt liquor probably supports this year's pledge against abuse. While everyone marches in the parade, please know our contribution to keep everyone else at home and drunk as shit is the least we can do. Listen to stories from around the world. Sit back and relax with your girl. Try not to laugh until it hurts. Welcome to another edition of our world. Welcome back to another edition of Our World. Just our little way of saying we're all giant pieces of shit. Why not enjoy it? The Dutch national Jordan Vandersloot, which is exactly what I would name someone who was a Nazi youth, will finally be extradited to the United States in order to face charges of wire fraud and extortion connected to the death of Natalie Holloway 18 years ago. You may remember in 2005 as the world lost their shit at word of Holloway's disappearance, and some initial confusion as some members of the media confused Jordan Vandersloot with the actor James Van Der Beek, which led to some of the funniest Dawson's Creek parodies the world has ever seen, especially the one where Joey gets a rape kit. But thankfully the Beak wasn't the man being investigated, and everyone was introduced to the correct prime suspect who everyone knew did it, but no one could prove it. Vandersloot was arrested a few times, but was consistently released due to lack of evidence. Of course, that is until he murdered 21-year-old Stephanie Flores in Lima. That's when the poster child for the Hitler fan club shit himself, and was finally convicted of being the giant piece of shit ass bag we all knew he was. The Mexican border of the United States about to become the biggest party on earth. Title 42, an immigration provision set up during the COVID-19 pandemic, ended last Thursday. But hey, at least you know this party's going to have best drugs and plenty of tequila and tacos. Predictions are flying around fast and loose as Title 42 comes to an end, and speculations are running wild as just what will happen as a result. Many in the Republican Party think this is going to lead to the end of America as we know it, like we're going to replace the bald eagle with an empanada or something. And those in the Democrat Party think ending Title 42 will lead to peace on earth, or something. They haven't really said what they think will happen, but we got a feeling that everybody coming in wants to vote Republican, and Democrats will tattoo Title 42 to their fucking foreheads. Also tonight, former Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson has announced in conjunction with Twitter that he will be bringing a new show exclusive to the social media platform sometime later this year. While the Twitterverse has been abuzz about the latest announcement, those on the left have decided that Elon Musk is the devil and must be punished. Too bad for those fuckheads, though. Most of the traffic that comes to their OnlyFans or Instagram pages comes through Twitter. And of course, the fact they all want electric cars, and Elon makes the best one. Should be noted that reports are circulating that Twitter also sent an offer to former CNN host Don Lemon, but no announcement regarding that has been made at this time. Though, if we're being honest, no one seems to give two shits if Don Lemon ever comes back. Republicans think he's delusional, Democrats think he's an asshole, and everyone else thinks Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson can both go fuck themselves. America's favorite lying sack of shit is back in the news this week, and this time New York Representative George Santos being accused of being the gigantic douchebag we all knew he was. Long Island congressman has pled not guilty to 13 charges, including stealing from his campaign, money laundering, duping donors, and lying to Congress about being a millionaire. While that is all bad, did anyone else see what this half-a-fucktard was wearing during his arraignment? Can someone please let the congressman know that when you're overweight and have a tiny dick, maybe tan skinny jeans aren't the way to go? Which actually may explain a lot about Congressman Santos' actions. When everyone can see that you have a micropenis, well, I'm sure you do some stupid shit too. Now, many have speculated that George Santos is innocent of all charges, and this is just a witch hunt because GOP members don't want a gay man in Congress. So to all those who believe that crap, let me be clear. No one thinks he's a scumbag because he's gay. That's like the 25th thing wrong with him. No, we think he's a scumbag because while he was making $120 grand a year in Florida, he also applied for and received unemployment benefits. No offense, New York, but you elected a guy who looks like paint chips were a main food source when he was a kid, and you thought he'd do great. This one's kind of on you. And finally tonight, get out the cigars and contact an undertaker, because Robert De Niro just announced his 7th fucking child. And since Robbie D is 79 years old, well, I guess you can save all the decorations from the baby shower because you're going to need them when it's time for the funeral. Because Captain Irresponsible is probably living life like it won't be there tomorrow. And at his age, there's a good chance it won't be. You know what they always say, the best time to bring a baby into the world is when you can go shopping for diapers for the both of you. Though I doubt that his wife's going to be too happy, though, when she realizes that in another year, she may be wiping 2 asses. But it's not all a wash. The man started having kids in his 70s when he adopted his first kid, Drina. And on a brighter note, though, when the little bastard has to bring a parent to school because he got in trouble, he can just call his big sis, who technically is old enough to be his grandmother now. But other than having a sibling old enough to buy him beer, the newest De Niro gets to enjoy other perks of being born to such an old as dirt father. Number one being getting to be a millionaire after the inheritance when you're 7 years old. We see a lot of pussy in this kid's future, and we'll leave it at that. All right, that is the end of our show for episode 13 of season 2. We hope you liked what you heard. We do apologize there were no songs this week, but if I don't give the band a break every now and then, well, eventually someone ends up trying to stab someone else with a drumstick. I'm talking to you, Eddie. So hit that subscribe button and follow us on all the major socials. Find us on Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, Samsung Podcast, and more. And if you have a butt slut joke that you'd like to have read on air, send them into the PeterPod Network at gmail.com. And if they're any good, we promise we'll steal them. Don't say we didn't warn you. And find the archives at PeterPodNetwork.com to find all the full episodes, the songs, the bits, and all the other shit that makes us the PeterPod Network. So we'll end this the way we always do, and this week's final butt slut joke was sent in all the way from Germany. And yes, we feel incredibly proud that, because of the PeterPod Network, people from all around the world are making fun of our mascot, the butt slut, because a dumber target has never existed. So for Will in the back, I am PeterPod, and our mascot, Melissa Cody, a.k.a. the butt slut, just found out the difference between 3 dicks and a joke. She can't take a joke. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you again next Monday, only on the PeterPod Network.
Here we are, we're what you want, even if you don't. I've already had too much to drink, and I might be a little stoned. They're ready to be stupefied by a story about your mom. And maybe you'll realize that we just don't give a fuck. Just trying to have some fun. Just trying to have some fun. No, we don't care, really don't give a fuck. Just trying to have some fun. Just trying to have some fun. No, we